Welcome in, unit angles and triangles. Student handout number 3, classifying triangles. Here we go. Question number 1 for today. Question number 1. There are 8 of them. Question number 1. What video game features the characters Mario and Luigi? Which video game includes characters Mario and Luigi? All right, here we go. Triangles are named by 3 angles. Angles can be named in 2 different ways. Triangle ABC is shown to the right. Angle A can also be called, so this angle can also be called CAB. So CAB. It also could be called BAC, which we've already talked about. So we've been calling it, let me get a highlighter. We've been calling it this. That's what we've been calling the angle. Well, now, since we've closed it in and it's a triangle, we don't necessarily have to view it that way. We can view it as just angle A. All right, so angle B, so this one could be what? It could be ABC. It could be ABC, or it could be CBA. Either one. Which is how we've been naming it, so don't get confused there. Angle C, what could it be? It could be ACB, or it could be BCA, either one. So it could be ACB or BCA. Notice whichever angle you're talking about, please notice, it's in the middle. So we were talking about angle A, look, it's in the middle. We're talking about angle B, it's in the middle. Angle C there, we're talking about it's in the middle. Okay? All right. Now, excuse me. The sum of all 3 angles in a triangle is 180. Every day, all day. All right, so using information about the triangle, you can set up an equation, which we kind of did yesterday, to determine the missing angles. So yesterday we were just dealing with lines. Today we're closing it in to make it a triangle, okay? But the inside of a triangle is always going to be equal to 180 degrees. Because if you unfold that triangle, okay, you take the arms and you unfold it, it's going to be a straight line. All right, the side length of a triangle is different than the angles. The side length is not an angle, it's just a number, like feet or inches, but we don't always talk in that, so it's just a number. The side length of a triangle corresponds with the angle measurement opposite of that side. So what here, let me explain. So if we're talking about angle A, okay, which line segment, so the line segment is just a line, is opposite of it, like a mirror almost. Which one is straight across? It's what? B and C. So which line segment corresponds with A, B, and C? Okay? Now, the first one says A and B, so we're going to highlight A and B. It says side AB, which I have highlighted in red, corresponds with what angle? So what angle is directly across from that? C. That's all that means, okay? So they are in direct correlation with each other. This angle corresponds with that line segment, okay? They have a direct relationship. All right? BC corresponds with what? A. And the last one, CA, corresponds with what? B. The smallest angle will be opposite the shortest side, because they do have a direct correspondence, while the largest angle will be opposite the longest side. All right, last thing you need to know is a side is congruent. Remember, that means equal if you still don't know what that means. We talked about it yesterday, though. Congruent means equal. A side is congruent to another side if it has equal lengths. And the way that we show that is we use these things right here. That means all three sides are the same thing, which also means that the angles would be the same thing, because these have a direct correspondent to the angle. So if they're all the same, then all the angles are going to be the same. All right? Now, triangles can be classified according to their side length and angle measure. So side length, equilateral, means all three sides are equal. So draw you a triangle. It don't have to be perfect. And that means all three sides are equal. Congruent, whatever. Those little lines right there, they tell you that it's all three are equal. It don't always have to be all three, but an equilateral triangle does. Okay? Equilateral triangle, all three are equal. An isosceles triangle, two of them are the same, and then one is different. Now, those are not right angles. Okay, if you look at those closely right there, those green ticks, they are not right angles. They're more like a semicircle there. Okay? That means the angles are the same, is what that means. So they can say, by using them highlighted in red, they can put these, which means the sides are the same, or they can put these little things I had in green. That means the angles are the same. Okay? Now here's what you need to know about an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal, which also means two of the base angles are equal also. All right, a saline triangle no sides are equal. So there's three different types. All three sides can be the same, two of the sides can be the same, or none of the sides can be the same. Equilateral means they're all the same, isosceles means two of them are the same, and saline means they're all different. If none of the sides are equal in saline, then none of the angles are going to be equal either. All right, there's three types of angle measures. There's a cutie pie, which means three, let's just write the number, three acute angles within it. A right angle, what do you think that's going to mean? That's going to mean there's one right angle. That's angle, by the way. I write it a little better since y'all say I write bad. And then obtuse, what do you think it's going to have? It's going to have one obtuse angle. All right, question number two for today. Which video game series features the character Link? Which video game series features the character Link? We'll go ahead and give you number three also. Which game features a blocky world where players can build and mine? Which game features a blocky world where players can build and mine? We'll give you number four also. Which racing game features characters like Yoshi, Peach, and Bowser? Yoshi, Peach, and Bowser. Peaches, 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 peaches. All right. Back page we go. All right. Use each of the images above to answer the questions. Which side corresponds to MNO? So MNO. All right, so it's talking about angle what? N, because it's in the middle. So which side corresponds to that? So it's this side right here, which is MO. And the way that we write that is we write MO with a line over top it. That tells us we're talking about the line segment MO. Momo. Okay. Now, which side corresponds to the angle TUS? All you got to do is look at that middle one. So we're talking about U. No, we're really not talking about you, for real. Come on now. We're talking about you, not you. Anyways, which line segment corresponds to that? The one right across from it, which is S and T. That line right there, which is ST. And then you just write the line over top of it. Okay? Which side, corresponds to angle VWX? So VWX, which one's in the middle? W. Which one is right across from that? So the line is going to be this one, which is VX. And then it's a line segment, so you put a line, or V. Oh, I screwed that up. Hang on. Go back. Oh, It was VXW. Messed that up. Apologies. So it's this one, which is VW. My bad. All right. Which angle will be the smallest triangle in PQR? All right. Well, we don't have this one yet, so we need to find it. But we do have this one, and we do have that one. And what did I tell you a triangle always equaled? The inside of it, always equal, when you add them all up, is 180. Why is that the case? Because if you unfold all of those lines, then it makes a straight line. Okay? Anyways, so it's 77 plus 41 gives you, I don't know. Let's add them up because I don't know. $128.6. Now subtract that from 180 because that's the total. And you would do this on your calculator, obviously. Tell you what, I'm going to do on my calculator too, because that's how you would do it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to do it on my calculator too. All right. All right, so we have 41.4 plus 77.2 minus 180. So it's 61.4. So which one is the smallest? P. Okay? So get in here, which one is the smallest in triangle P? You could just put angle P, or whoops, let me do that a little better. You could put angle QPR, or you could put angle QPR, as long as P is in the middle. Or you could even put PRPQ, which would be starting here and going that way. All right, I'm going to zoom back into that. Which is the largest angle in MNO? So let's go over here to MNO. And let's figure out what each one of those is. I know this is 90. How do I know that the O angle is 90? Because there's a right angle there. So how would I figure out what N is, what this one is? How would I figure that out? Well, add these other two. So 28.7 plus 90 is 118.7. So what's left? So it's going to be 180 minus 118.7, and I'm going to get 61.3. So which one is the largest? 90, which is which angle? It's O. So if you wanted to, you could just put angle O, or you could go and put angle MON, or you could even put angle NOM. How can angle, next question. How can angle MON be classified? So how can that in green be classified? Because it's MON, so it's the middle one we're talking about. So how could we classify that middle one? It's a what? It's a right angle. Okay? I really don't know how to get this calculator out off my screen, to be honest with you. There we go. All right, question number 5. What popular multiplayer game includes crewmates and imposters in space? What popular multiplayer game includes crewmates and imposters in space? Number 6. In what game do players control a blue hedgehog who runs at high speeds? In what game do players control a blue hedgehog who runs at high speeds? All right. They ask us to find angle or measure of angle B. So we need to find that one that's missing. We know that the whole shebang adds up to 180, the whole triangle. So if we know the whole thing is 180, we know that this side plus that side equal 180. Okay? So it'd be 32 plus 81 plus the one we don't know equals 180. And then when you work the equation out, you would get 67 degrees. How would you do that? You add these two up, which is 113. And then you subtract that from both sides, and it goes away, and you're left with x equals 67. All right. Find the measure of F. We know the whole thing is 180. Okay. I know this one is 45. This one is what? 90. So how do I solve? I just go take my calculator. And I go 90 plus 45. That equals 135 minus 180. And I get the other one is 45. All right. We're going to find the measure of HIG, which is just the middle one, which is I. How do we do that? Add up the two that we know. So this one plus that one. And then subtract from 180, because I know the triangle equals 180. So the answer is 71. All right. Triangle JHL has angle AHL. I told y'all it gets confusing. Triangle JHL has an angle in it that is HLJ, which measures 65. And angle LJSH measures 50. So when it gets confusing like that, just stop. This triangle, it has those 3 points, okay? It has a J, it has a H, and it has an L. And it has an angle in it. That's L. Yep, there's L. And it measures what? 65. So that one right there is 65. All right, the other one is J, and it's 50. Okay, so J is 50. Draw a sketch, which I've done, and determine the missing angle. So guess what you do, guys? The same thing we just did. It's 50 plus 65 plus, I don't know the missing one, equals 180. Now all you got to do, add those up, and you're going to get 115 plus x equals 180, and then subtract 115. Those go away, and I'm left with x equals 65 degrees. So the missing angle, which would be H, is 65 degrees. All right, classifying triangles. So we're going to have to flip back to the first page to figure out which one. What is it called when all 3 sides are equal? Flip right back over. It's an equilateral. So if all 3 sides are equal, what is each side going to equal? Okay, well, Coach, they don't give me any. Well, I know all 3 sides are equal. I know the total is 180. So I know each side is x, and I don't know what it equals. Okay, let me zoom in. I know that the total is 180. I know that each side is x. Well, how many sides are there? 3. I know that x, or we can do angles, because that's what they asked for. I know that plus that equal 180. So x plus x plus x equal 180. So what is x plus x plus x? If you go back to where we did equations, that's 3x. And then you just divide by 3. X equals 60. Now, if you could have did that in your head, 180 is the whole thing. They're all equal, so I just divide by 3. Yes. Why did you divide by 3? Because there's 3 sides and they're all equal. Think about it in money. If I had $180 and me, you, and one more person got the same amount of money, how would we figure out who got what? We would divide by 3 because there's 3 of us. Same thing here. So what kind of angles are those? They're less than 90, so it's acute. All right, this one, they give you two of the angles, so you just have to subtract, add up and subtract. So it's 34 So it's 34 plus 118 plus x equals 180. And then the same thing we've been doing. Add those two up, which I know you would use your calculator, so I'll use it with you. So I'll go 118 plus 34 is 152. So 180 minus 152 is 28. That's 28 degrees. Now, what kind of triangle is this? Let's flip back. Are any of the sides equal? No. So it's a saline. How do I know the sides are not equal? Are the angles equal? No. So therefore the sides aren't going to be because they correspond to each other. Okay? And then what is the angle type? First of all, are they all less than 90? No, so it's not a cutie. Is there a right angle? No, so it's not a right angle. So it must be obtuse. And it's obtuse because there's one angle that is more than 90. So it's obtuse. All right, last one. Praise the Lord. Amen. All right. We know this one is 90. How do we know that? Because that little box right there. We know that one's 90. We know that's 57, and we're looking for the missing one. So it's the same process as earlier. 90 plus 57 plus, and then all you do, same thing we've been doing, add them up and then subtract from 180. So it's 147 plus x equals 180. And then subtract your 147. And you're left with x equals 33 degrees. Now, let's go back to our sides. Are all three sides equal? Are all angles equal? No. So it's not an equilateral. Are two of them equal? No. None of them are equal. So it is a saline. Guys, most of the time, they're going to be saline triangles. And then what type of angle is it? Since there's a 90-degree angle, it is a right angle. All right, last two questions for today. What life simulation game allows players to build homes, form relationships, and control daily activities? What video game series features a What life simulation game allows players to build homes, form relationships, and control daily activities? And the last one, guys, it is my favorite game that I play, my absolute favorite game that I play. Here's your hint. What is the name of the Battle Royale game developed by Respawn Entertainment? By Respawn Entertainment. I play with a character named Loba. All right. That's all for the fat guy in the back. I'll see you on the flip side. Adios, amigos.